Hello and welcome. Today we're taking a look at two Halo mega sets from the Halo TV show. We'll inspect both the Fleetcom Mongoose and the Renegade Banshee. We'll take a look at what you get, as well as the pros and cons of using it for stop motion. The Mongoose originally retailed for about $11 or roughly £9, but for some reason it only seems available at around £30 wherever I see it nowadays. The Banshee retails for about $30 or £25. I like some of the renders that they've got on the sides of the boxes, except this one. The Mongoose comes with a single marine. It's pretty much a recolour of an Infinite Marine, with dark grey armour and green overalls. There's small UNSC symbols on the shoulders and the chest. The helmet is removable, just like the Infinite ones, and it's one of the head sculpts from the Platoon pack. From the Banshee set, there's 𝙤𝙪𝙨𝙪𝙧𝙨, the washed out Spartan. He's sporting a flexible trench coat, which might be a bit annoying for animation as it'll move around, but it's great for display purposes. He's got small bits of Mjolnir armour here and there on him, and the rest is a black undersuit. Only the left thigh piece is actually removable. I really like the little printed decals on his arms and the crisp Spartan number on his chest. Then there's the TV show version of an Elite that comes with the Banshee too. I have to say, I quite like how the design appears in minifig form. It looks somewhat ancient and almost like a transition between the Arbiter and the regular Sangheili armour. The darker blue colour matches the other Elites, so the lighter blue elements feel like they make him stand out without making him look like he outranks any others. The Fleetcom Mongoose set comes with a battle rifle that's both black and light grey, and the Renegade Banshee comes with an energy sword that's transparent with blue lightning patterns, as well as Soren's revolver that's yellow and black. Both sets come with a desert coloured base for each figure, so one for the Mongoose and two for the Banshee set. Here we have the Fleetcom Mongoose and Renegade Banshee. Starting with the Mongoose, people seem to really like it. I do feel that the scale of this Mongoose feels quite large, but that's so that it can incorporate the Call of Duty style front bars and wheel arches. The handlebars can turn a full 360 degrees because they're just pushed in by a peg. The wheels don't have suspension, unlike the Halo Infinite ones, and while that's a feature that it's lacking, I do like it for stop motion because it means that it's very stable for animating with. On the back of the Mongoose, there's foot pedals and a yellow peg that can be attached to another figure's back, so that someone can sit on the back. My only complaint about the way it's designed is that it's only held together by a 2x1 plate. This means that it basically falls apart just by looking at it, let alone trying to place a figure on the yellow peg. That's going to make it pretty annoying for animating smoothly. On the plus side, there's a load of pre-printed decals all over the Mongoose, which is really nice to see for such a small set. Now moving on to the Renegade Banshee. Again, people seem to really like this Banshee. It's pretty much Halo Reach style, so it works if you were wanting to use it for reach animations. Like most Banshees, the wings can fold up and down. Even the little winglets on the ends can fold in and out, so you can animate it like it's aero braking as it slows down and opens them out, or closes them as it speeds up. The canopy opens and shuts as you'd expect, and the inside is pretty much the same design as the Halo Infinite Banished Banshee, with just a small console and some handles for the Elite to hold. Someone mentioned that because this Banshee uses the same mould for the canopy as the Banished Banshee, there's a small hole that's always going to be there right at the front. It's slightly a shame knowing there's other canopy moulds, like from the Space Banshee, that don't have a hole, so they could have used that instead. The other thing I'm not a fan of is the way they've designed the tail fins. I much prefer actual brick fins rather than these ones, which use the crescent-shaped transparent shield piece with some grey printed areas to make it look like the tail fins. There's some angles where it looks alright, but the reason I don't like it is because I feel like it looks too thin. It doesn't fit with the rest of the brick build look of the Banshee, and because it's transparent plastic, it's super reflective, so whenever I'm filming it, I feel like it's always shining from bits that aren't meant to be there. They did include a transparent brick to sit the Banshee on when it's on the ground, but they didn't include any flight stand, which I feel wouldn't have been much more to add in, and then we'd be able to display our Banshees like they're flying. Someone mentioned that their Soren figure found it hard to hold his pistol, and I had the same issue as well. It sometimes falls out of his hand if you touch it, which makes me think that this might be an actual issue rather than a one-off. They're okay for army building, but you would get multiple Sorens. It has to be said how many details and colours are on these figures. They do feel like Halo Heroes levels of detail, so getting that from the normal sets is very good. So that's my thoughts on the sets, and now that these sets are reviewed, it's time for the one that you're all waiting for. Master Cheeks is next. So what did you think? If there's anything you think I've missed, please let me and everyone else know in the comments. Before a new review goes up, I make a YouTube community post showing which set I'll be reviewing next. Please keep a lookout for that, as I'd love to hear and feature your feedback. So get ready for all the Master Cheek comments. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.